Okay, let's get this show on the road. I did have a gentleman offer to edit my speech, but I said I'm going to speak every word that's written. So anyway, I am Julie Zerwick. I'm the Dean of the College of Nursing, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you to the College of Nursing White Coat Ceremony. A few announcements before we begin. Out of respect for our students and guests, please take a moment to silence your cell phone. And then for everyone's safety, please refrain from taking photos from the aisle or right in front of the stage. We do have a photographer here today, and every picture that the photographer takes of your student will be posted free to download. So we are pleased to recognize our students in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing and the Master of Science in Nursing Entry into Practice programs. And we're delighted that so many family and friends could gather with us for this special event. Joining me in today's ceremony, Dr. Kimberly Hunter, who's the Chief Nurse Executive at University of Iowa Healthcare, Dr. Mary Tobin, Associate Dean for Undergraduate and Master of Science in Nursing Entry into Practice programs, Dr. Sandy Dack-Hirsch, Executive Associate Dean of the College, and then we have several staff and faculty who are assisting with the event. So if you would all rise, my team, we'd like to acknowledge you and thank you for your support. Special thanks to Kelly Neppel with Hands Up Communications for the ASL interpretation. So this afternoon, we are honored to recognize the milestone this event marks on your nursing journey, the beginning of your clinical coursework. You have chosen to enter the nursing profession having witnessed a particularly challenging time in healthcare. However, this is not the first time that nurses have had to step up. Throughout history, we as nurses have been on the forefront, leading the way through uncharted territory. This is what nurses before us did in the Crimean War, the 1918 flu, the AIDS epidemic, to name just a few eras of uncertainty. It is what the nurses of today did during the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is undoubtedly what the nurses of tomorrow will continue to do. As nurse scientists, nurse leaders, healthcare professionals, we are on the forefront every day when we go to work, be it in a hospital, a research lab, or a community health clinic, whether it's here in Iowa, across the United States, or around the world. During the next several semesters, you will learn from faculty who are nationally recognized experts in their fields, and you will have the opportunity to work at a renowned academic health center. Through a combination of didactic, simulated, and clinical learning experiences, you will learn to practice with diverse populations across the lifespan. You will gain competencies in the increasingly important areas of person-centered care, population health, quality and safety, research, systems-based practice, informatics, health technologies, leadership, and I could go on. While you are here, you will have the opportunity to stretch who you are as a student and who you are as a person. I encourage you to embrace these opportunities. We are honored that you have chosen the University of Iowa for your nursing journey. We look forward to witnessing your path along this professional route. So it's now my pleasure to introduce Kim Hunter. Dr. Hunter joined the University of Iowa Healthcare in April 2021 as Chief Nurse Executive. She leads the Department of Nursing Services and Patient Care at University of Iowa Healthcare, providing administrative oversight to nursing services, care coordination, rehabilitation therapies, and respiratory care. She also serves as Associate Dean for Clinical Practice in the University of Iowa College of Nursing. Dr. Hunter earned a Master of Science in Nursing and Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Master of Business Administration from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and she earned a Doctor of Nursing Practice in Health Systems Leadership from Chamberlain University. Dr. Hunter is credentialed by the American Nurses Credentialing Center as a Nurse Executive Advanced Board Certified. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kim Hunter.
So there are a lot of people here today and a lot of excitement. So for Dean Zerwick and really all the faculty of the College of Nursing and the staff, and they're wonderful people, by the way, and all the guests and all the family members who are here today, and the most important group, the ones sitting in the rows with the white coats over their lap, all of our new students. I want to welcome everybody. So I know as a mom, it's really awesome when you watch your children matriculate through different things. And so this is a really exciting day, I know, for you, for all your family members and your loved ones. And you're really aware of all the hard work and the perseverance it took for them to be seated here and for you all to experience this together. I also know that I'm sure in all kinds of different ways you contributed to their success, and so you should take a little bit of credit for that too, because it takes all of us, right? So enjoy the festivities today. To all the students, I want to say, you know, this is a day of first. And so it's the first time you're together as a big group, as with fellow students that are going to be your peer group, right, as you go into this part of your clinical education. And it's the first time you're going to formally say, yes, I'm a nursing student. And the first time that you're going to put on your white coats in this formal way. And really, I'll tell you that the next few semesters that you're in school, although one day you might think, oh, this is so long, it's really not. And it's really going to fly back. And in a flash, you're going to be thinking about where you want to go to work and what area of specialty you want to practice. So putting on your white coat is really exciting, isn't it? I mean, like you don't normally wear those out in public, right? And it's really a part of a clinical program that you get to wear those. And I think there's a certain proudness you feel. I know, like when I wear my white coat, you know, as many years as I've been a nurse, I'm still really proud, right? Because it symbolizes the professionalism of nursing. So the next few years, you've got the opportunity to call yourself nursing students, and then you've got the responsibility that goes with that, with taking care of patients and their families and all the different things you're learning. You're going to be taught and mentored by some of the best in the whole country at the Iowa College of Nursing, and you're going to learn so much. So, you know, we talk about things that are an art and a science, and so nursing is definitely one of those. So to get to this point, you've had to take different courses and subjects of chemistry and math and maybe physics, you know, research different things, and you've spent a lot of time academically focusing on those. And in order to be accepted into this program, you really had to excel, so congratulations to you. So this is your time in the next semesters of your nursing program, that you'll be able to take that content that you've learned and apply it with the other things and the hands-on care of patients and all that you're learning from your faculty. And so you'll learn about the art of nursing too. And so, you know, the skill that you'll develop, how you will develop your assessment and start to understand, something doesn't seem quite right, or I think that we're actually making progress here. This patient is improving. So you're just starting out. You got to be patient with yourselves, right? Because you're going to learn a lot over the next few semesters. And so it's sort of like you're going to take baby steps at first, and then you're going to learn more. And eventually, I think you'll go from baby steps to kind of running in a very short time, I might add. So in speeches such as this, I always tend to think like, well, what would make it interesting, right? And so I reached out to a lot of the nurse leaders that I get the great opportunity to work with to say, you know what, if you were going to give advice to someone starting out in nursing and nursing school, what would you say? And so they've given me some things to share with you. There are different themes that have emerged as I had them write all of this down and talk about it in a group. And one of the things are skills to develop. So skills such as organization, time management, how to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others, how to listen, and then how to observe, and then focus on the result and keep moving forward, because we are not perfect. Things will not always go according to plan, but focus on what did you learn, how do you move forward, and how would you do it differently the next time. Another thing they said, I categorize as exploration, right? Explore all the different opportunities within nursing. It's really exciting to be a nurse. You can do so many different things. You could work with so many patient populations and so many specialties and subspecialties. So take your time, take advantage of opportunities, whether it's in your schooling, your clinical rotations, opportunities to work extra or take additional observational opportunities just to find your fit. I know when I was in school, I thought I would absolutely be a cardiac nurse. Loved it, worked in it as a nursing assistant. Got to my last semester of school and I had a pediatric rotation and I'm like, oh no, this is it, right? And that's what I went into. So you just gotta be open to things because you may change your mind. Use your summers and your weekends to try out different things, right? Whether that's volunteering or working in jobs within nursing areas. I would say too, when all that we do and whatever you're exploring, we always want to focus on the patient. We want to be focused on the quality of care we give, the safety of the care that we would give. And I think always keep in mind, what would you want people to do for you? How would you want them to treat you if you were the patient? And then keep that in mind as you deliver care to them. And then the other thing, there are a variety of student and nursing professional organizations, and so take part in those too. This is, to me, the next thing I'm going to say is one of the biggest things to me I think is important, is we are human. One of the most fun and rewarding things I think in nursing and healthcare in general is that connection we have with patients, the connection we have with other members of our team, and with each other. So I would say things are busy. When you're in the hospital, when you're in the clinic, whatever setting you're in, the perioperative space, things are busy. But above all, take time to listen to your patients, talk with your patients, listen and talk with their family members, their loved ones who are there. You will learn a lot, and that connection that you'll make with them will be one of the most rewarding things you do as a nursing student and then as a nurse. And I think you always need to keep the patients and the families at the forefront of everything you're doing. It's really easy in the environments we work in. We have so much technology, right? We have electronic medical records. We have all kinds of monitors. We have all kinds of things that we do and tasks that we have to do. But I think you need to remember to be empathetic, right? It is that human connection that will make the biggest difference for you every day and the biggest difference for the patient and the families that you have the privilege to care for. So no matter how busy you are, and we are busy, remember it is the human on the other side of that bed or that desk or whatever place you are. And that connection with them will make the biggest difference for you and for them. Another thing, speak up. So when you're new in a situation, sometimes you think like, I don't know if I think I have a question about this. I'm not sure if that was right. But wow, these other people here, they've worked a lot longer than me, and so they probably know. And I probably am not thinking about this correctly. But have confidence in yourself. It is often that you will see things from a different angle than the rest of us who are immersed in something. And you likely will pick up on things that we have missed. So always, always have confidence in yourself to ask questions. I talk with nurses as they come into UI Healthcare. and welcome them. And one of the things that I say is, sometimes they'll ask me, well, what's your best advice for us starting out? And one of the things I tell them is always ask questions. You're going to be working alongside each other. You're going to be working with other healthcare team members. And the more you ask questions and show interest in what you're doing, the more that they will want to show and want to teach things. Be willing to advocate for the patients and for their families. So if you see things, then you think, wow, I think this would make a big difference for this patient. Speak up and advocate for them. That's one of the roles of nursing that's so important. I would say, too, remember you're never alone, right? Sometimes you feel like, oh, I need to get this and I need to be so independent, but you're never alone. So you've got people all around you, whether it's within the College of Nursing or the different clinical environments in which you practice. And so ask for help, because we love to teach and we love to support new nurses coming into the profession. And the last thing I would say here, too, for advice is doing the right thing is never the wrong thing, right? So as long as you have your focus on the patients, the families, trying to do what's right, do it, because you can't go wrong. I would say, too, throughout all your different clinical experience, whether it's in school or it's after you graduate, I hope you really embrace what a privilege it is to care for patients and their families. My husband is a university professor, but he teaches business. And we were talking at home last night about this, and he said, I think it's so awesome that you work in healthcare and you have a real mission. You have a real connection to people. And I think that's so true. And if you think about it, as nurses, we connect with people in all different parts of their life, right? So some things are so fun and exciting. A new baby being born, or something going on that's really exciting for a family, right? And then we deal with situations where people are scared, like who really wants to go into the hospital and have surgery, right? We're all nervous when we think about that, right? And so we are there to help support people and explain things to them and help allay some of their fears. And then we're also there in times that people never expected they would be in a situation, right? And they can be quite sad situations or shocking situations. And it is so often that it is the nurses, who are the ones at the side of the patients and the families helping comfort them, right? Sometimes you really just don't have the answer. You may feel that you don't have the right thing to say, but sometimes it is just your presence that can make all the difference in the world. And when you talk with patients and families, I get the chance to hear feedback from patients and families of experiences they've had with our nursing staff. And it is remarkable how much some of the smallest of things that you may think are small make some of the biggest impact on patients and their families. So you're going to take care of so many different patients, even in school, and then as you work as a nurse. And some you may remember very distinctly. I've got certain ones that I remember very distinctly from many years ago, and then others you may not. But what I want you to realize is that you're making an impact on so many people. And although you may not realize it, they do. And so again, I say it is a privilege that we have as nurses to touch and help ease things that patients go through. And to me, that's one of the most important things I think that's special about being a nurse, and why I've absolutely loved every job I've had in nursing, and why I feel like it's a real calling and a real privilege to be a nurse. And I am so excited that you're here today, and I'm so excited that you're going to be adding to all of our groups of nurses taking care of patients and their families. So I just want to welcome you. A lot of you will do some different clinical rotations at University of Iowa Healthcare, whether it's in the hospital, the operating room, different clinics and different settings that we have. I think you're going to find we have a great group of nurses and other team members, and I hope that you enjoy your time with us. And I just want to, on behalf of all of you at Healthcare and the College of Nursing, I want to welcome you and look forward to the rest of this ceremony. And so at this time, I think Dean Zerwick is coming back to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Hunter. So today is about symbols, and an important symbol I'll talk about in a minute. For those of you who aren't familiar to University of Iowa, you probably can clearly see that black and gold is an important symbol to us. When I travel, I wear a backpack that says Iowa Nursing on it. And I also have a jacket that also indicates that I'm affiliated with Iowa Nursing. And there isn't a trip I take where someone doesn't comment on that. So I was in an airport yesterday, and a young woman had 2 small children in a stroller, and she was rushing past me, and she yelled, "Oh my gosh, I'm an alum of Iowa Nursing. Go Hawks!" And so this is very typical. You will be coming into a profession of colleagues and alumni that have gone before you. And so each one of these opportunities where you can represent will be very important. And we'll be talking about that over the next few semesters when you're here with us. But the symbols of our profession have evolved. For many years, students received a nursing cap when they completed their introductory training. The cap was a symbol of a commitment to the field, and each school had its own style. Today, you're going to receive a different but no less significant symbolic identifier as you begin your nursing careers, and that's the white coat. The white coat signifies that you are a healthcare professional who is committed to caring, compassionate service to humankind. And inherent in the image of the professional white coat are the core values of altruism, excellence, caring, integrity, and respect for human dignity. Those who wear it are called to these professional values and the associated behaviors they represent. So I am now going to welcome Dr. Mary Tobin, who will give you directions for the ceremony.
Thank you. Students, you will be dismissed by row, and please stay in alphabetical order as you approach this stage. When I read your name, you will walk across the stage, hand your coat to Dr. Dak Hirsch or Dr. Hunter, and stand on the X facing the audience. Once you are coated, pause a few seconds for a photo on the stage. Our photographer, Rebecca, will be in the center of the first row of seats. After you are coated, please proceed backstage to have an individual photo taken by Riza. Then follow the direction of the College of Nursing staff to return to your seats. We will now begin our coating ceremony. The first row of BSN students may make their way to the stage. Peyton Anderson. Leslie Andrea. Sophie Barbarieri. Annabelle Bergholz Cantazzaro. Alexandra Bloomberg. Ethan Bachman. Madeline Boyle. Madeline Cadu. Heather Carmona Maciel. Jack Cheney. Molly Cox. Crystal Craig Miles. Mason Cullinan. Jane Dice. Marin Duffy. Eva Dufour. Alyssa Ekstrom. Sarah Elias. Maya Elliott. Jane Ermschler. Ashley Flansburg. Allison Galladay. Emily Geyser. Alicia Goff. William Hamilton. Marina Harbort. Ava Hasenbank. Nora Haas. Elizabeth Hinman. Kara Hoharts. Shema Ibrahim. Isabel Ishman. Peyton Johnson. Megan Koff. Cameron Kramer. Anna Cruz. Evan Lacina. Ryan Lautenschlager. McKenna Lemke. Kyle Litch. Hannah Lindsley. Kendallin Locke. Mallory Matchholtz. Cheethan Monica. Elizabeth Matson. Maya Miller. Kaylin Moores. Katie Knockman. Paige Newport. Chloe Olson. Rebecca Painter. Ulmer. Cameron Paulson. Natalie Paulson. Brooklyn Pekarik. Elizabeth Peters. Shane Pins. Susanna Porebski. Olivia Potabom. Mateo Ramirez. Natalie Richmiller. Ava Riska. Maria Rivera Hurtado. Sophia Rizzi. Zari Robinson. Noema Roca. Aiden Ruland. Alexis Shares. Haley Schillinger. Emily Schlaba. Grace Sherman. Kylie Smith. Jenna Sahlberger. Trinity Sommer. Katerina Sopich. Riley Stanek. Jordan Stork. Emma Swenson. Mia Silagy. Sarah Vortherms. Erica Weber. Eleanor Werner. Chloe Westfall. And Isabel Wright. And we will now coat the Master of Science in Nursing entry into practice. Alyssa Atson. Rochelle Avalos Sanchez. Olivia Braheny. Ali De Leon. Cassidy Drish. Avery Eagle. Alexis Freeze. Jimena Garcia. Jordan Giddens. Isabella Halinowski. Emily Hauser. Maddie Hawkins. Ashley Hull. Ashley Jones. Noah Nosp. Joe Kripp. Annika Lechtenberg. Madison Lavelle. Madeline Loggins. Libby Madden. Olivia Mettill. Nicole Peskanovsky. Jacqueline Molina. Greta Roth. Stephanie Santos. Emma Shellhorn. Emily Sickles. Olivia Smith. Taylor Sorensen. Ella Spanovich. Allison Stiegel. Autumn Stonesiffer. Chloe Thole. Megan Triplett. Emma Van Rokel. Elizabeth Wetzel. Bradley Williams. Gemma Wolf. And Cody Zach. Let's hear a round of applause.
So we're just going to wait a moment till the last student comes back out, gets to their seat. Right, as this white coat ceremony draws to a close and you set off to pursue your professional nursing education, you are poised to acquire the essential competencies needed to provide compassionate, quality care that is patient-centered, evidence-based, and leads to improved health outcomes. We're so glad to be part of your journey. So all students, please rise, and let's give one last round of applause for this talented group of future nurses. So thank you all for being with us for this important milestone and to celebrate these future nurses. Congratulations and have a great evening. So we're happy to have you take pictures, but just be careful if you come up on the stage, okay? And yes, go Hawks.